Special meeting of the Lawrence Redevelopment Commission is hereby called to order. The chair has determined that we have a quorum physically present.
Yay.
The first thing on the agenda would be the approval of the August meeting minutes. If you have no questions concerning these minutes, I'll accept a motion to approve.
A motion to approve.
And do we have to do it by name?
No. Since we're all here in person, we just need a show of hands.
Show of hands. All those in favor? Unanimous.
There you go.
Thank you very much. Second item on the agenda is the approval of the allowance of claims and vouchers, actually. And the amount is $92,335. Hasn't changed since last week. If there are no questions concerning the allowance of vouchers, I'll accept a motion to approve.
Make a motion for approval?
Second?
Second.
Second by Melissa. And all those in favor by show of hands. Thank you very much. The next item on the agenda is under old business, the 10160 East 56th Street property sale. We had an issue with not an issue actually, we needed design approval for the exterior. We had the papers for that presented actually last week.
Yes.
And in addition to the people here approving it, then Jared, you've also looked at it and answered.
Yeah, it looked good, interior and exterior and landscape package.
Excellent.
I was able to see. So I would make a motion to accept the proposed design and proceed to closing.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second, okay. All those in favor by show of hands. Thank you very much. Next, we have to extend, actually, you got me doing it now. You got to amend the date of the purchase agreement because the original agreement expired on the 14th, which is the day we thought we'd get that done. We're going to extend it to the end of the month, to the 29th. And I need a motion to approve that extension.
So we need to make a motion to approve the First Amendment.
Correct.
Right?
That's correct.
To the purchase agreement to extend the closing to September 29th. Sorry.
Correct.
Right. So I'll make that motion.
May I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Reg. All those in favor by show of hands. Unanimous.
There we go.
All right. Good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. If there are, well, I have one other piece of business. Just to remind everybody, we have 3 meetings left, and we already have things that we know we have to get done on those meetings. They're October 12th, November 9th, and December 14th. So if you could please make a note of when those meetings are, and if at all possible, please be here so that we can get things done.
We've got Glen Fire Station.
I forgot. And then I need another motion. You heard Dan tell the tale last week of the Oaklandon Fire Station sale. We've been approached by an organization that will put that facility to good use. The issue we have right now is we can't prove who owns it. So we need to do a title search to do that. So I need a motion to approve expending the dollars to do a title search and establish ownership on that piece of property. May I hear that?
Make a motion authorizing a title search to facilitate the sale of the old Oaklandon fire station.
Excellent. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second.
Thank you.
All those in favor by show of hands. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Any other reminders?
Nope, I think that covers it.
Other thing is, I don't know if anybody's noticed it or not, we're going to have a new structure here. It's going to be the headquarters for the Indiana Golf, and it would include a indoor facility for practice and also the coordination of all golf events in the state to include the in the Dye Golf Trail, which is in the state of Indiana. It's going to be built right over here. And they should break ground this spring.
Right over where? Where's it?
Directly next to the Fort Harrison
You know where the
golf course practice area.
You know where the practice area is over there?
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, directly east of that.
Yeah. $6.5 million. Well, that's the capital campaign that's underway right now to the tune of $6.5 million to facilitate that. Just announced on the 18th.
All's groundbreaking 2024, 2025.
They're going to try and open it it's breaking ground in the spring of next year and opening it a year later.
Okay.
Yeah, 25. That'll be nice. And other than that, unless the commissioners have something else, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Clifford, the only other thing I would add I think you all saw an email come across your inboxes earlier today. Joe Flor was here last week to present on a landscape design for that City of Lawrence monument out on Pendleton Pike. He's since sent us some additional 3D renderings for our review. Our attorney, Adam Stewart-Wald, has reviewed the state statute, and we are going to be required to seek 3 full proposals on that project before we can select a bidder. But if you would please review those renderings and provide any feedback you have to Dan in the incoming weeks, we'll then go out and solicit 2 additional bids and hopefully be able to move forward on getting that monument cleaned up and looking
Do
the
we
way it
have those
should.
renderings, Joe?
So those renderings were all the same, they were all kind of different angles, but the same
Correct.
plantings, right?
Correct.
Plantings. So it was.
Yeah, and they were the exact same plantings that were provided to you in a 2D format last week, and I don't know if you actually got a copy of that if you weren't physically present here, but I can share that with you as well. I have that here with me today.
I don't think we did.
But yes, those renderings are all different views of the same monument that's out on Pendleton Pike, just north of Menards, south of the Pike.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have this afternoon got a variety of pictures of anybody,
Okay.
all angles of that, if I can send those to everybody,
Oh, that'd be great.
because it looks pretty rough.
So I think our hope would be to take action on that, review the 3 bids that we receive and take action on that at our October meeting.
Excellent.
Is Joe going to provide a bid based on those drawings that he did?
So he provided us with a bid last week.
Okay, I missed.
As part of his proposal. That was a total amount of $27,949.49. That included $3,500 in round numbers, $3,500 for demolition, $2,100 for $21,000 for landscaping, and then an additional $3,000 to provide low voltage lighting to the site to help uplight the sign. And again, I'll scan a copy of this proposal and share it with you so you have that in addition to your renderings to review in the next couple weeks.
My only initial thoughts on that's pretty extreme.
It's a little high.
I mean, it may be maybe a lot more than what we need to have from a beefing it up. I'm not talking about the lighting side, but just the general overall package looked a lot. I mean, nice, very nice, but just from the standpoint of having done a lot of entry landscaping in my career, or having approved and had other people paid to do a lot of that, I think we could get a lot for about half that.
Okay.
But that may be just
I'm so
pushback
glad, thank you for saying that.
on
That was my reaction too. It seemed like a pretty expensive piece of work.
$30,000 almost for
Yeah.
that area.
Yeah.
A lot.
A lot of plants. It was like 30-some boxes.
It was,
It was a lot of, yeah.
they said extreme. I think we could have more mulch,
Sure.
maybe less of some of those plantings. Then we're setting ourselves up for more maintenance too, the more plantings we have there, so, but.
In my recommendation would be to share those comments with Dan, and I'm sure that he'd be happy to reach out to Joe and have him adjust his quote appropriately to more what we're looking for in terms of the scope.
Could I ask you to do an email to Dan and his copies?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anything else, Joe?
That's it. That's
do
all I
One
have.
question pertaining
Yes, sir.
to the proxy virtual meeting. So the statute states that we cannot do any voting in a virtual setting on any item, not just business items, but
We have to have a quorum, Reggie, in order for us to vote on anything. We have to have a quorum present.
Okay.
Correct.
And-
That's
and
3.
Virtual is not considered present in this.
Not present for the sake of a quorum. However, if you are attending virtually and you do have a quorum present in person, you can still vote, and your vote does count towards the actual
Okay.
action item. So we have to have a physical quorum present in person. That was revised during the 2022 legislative session coming out of COVID.
Okay.
Thank you for that question.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, I think we're
Motion to
good.
adjourn?
Yep.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor by show of hands? We are adjourned. Thank you so much.